I was married, my first marriage, I was married to an older woman, and I enjoyed it. We had 9 beautiful years. And that relationship ended where she died. And now I'm single and want to move on with my life. And like I said in an earlier segment, I thought this time around I definitely need somebody in childbearing age. But guess what? A lot of older women were still showing up in my life. And I said, Father, whatever it is, just scrape it off. Because this is not what I want. You've got to be able to identify cycles in your life. And you've got to come to that place to break certain cycles. And once you see certain patterns showing up and certain things repeating itself, you got to break it and say, no, this is not going to happen. How do you speak to that?
I mean, I think that's true. I will say, I do think you attract certain things. But I think when you're a certain kind of person, you become a magnet to everything. I think it's more important to what you respond to and being more selective with what you choose to engage with. And that comes with recognizing your patterns and being willing to make the changes to change it.
Talk about what you're attracted, Mike.
Like Brittany said, that's a good point. You don't have to feed into everything. Your energy is very powerful. You should be very selective of who you're wasting that time and energy on. Especially in the sense where it's just like, if we're talking about building a relationship is two individuals coming together as one. So it's just like, I gotta make sure I'm good before I can say we're good. So it's definitely taking that step back for sure.
Good. And so I heard this little statement since I was a kid, and I keep telling people it because, see, some people are so vulnerable. Everybody that say hi, they think they've got to be sucked into and become gullible with. And so the statement says, you cannot stop a bird from flying over your head, but you can stop it from building a nest in your hair. Every time they land to build a nest, you just hit them out. So you have to be in a situation. And some people, look, I was in a relationship, the relationship is over. I have enough reasons for that relationship to be over. The person is circling back to come back, and they are gullible enough and don't have the strength to remember all the past hurts and pains that you've been through. It's over, and you've got to be able to say, it is over. Vamos amigos, move on.
It's tough though. It's tough. Because like a great point you brought up, I've invested so much. I invested a lot. And it's just like, you have to come to that place of realizing, like, do I want to continue to invest more just for this to go left? And it's like, that's a tough question you have to ask yourself in the mirror. And it's just like, damn, like, this will determine the altitude of this relationship going forward. Like,
or you have your mind made up about somebody, like, even though you can fully, like, acknowledge all the bad, but your mind is so made up that they are your person. Like, you plan the future with them and everything.
You're living in delusion.
Yeah.
You have to be able to let go. And it is said that when the wrong thing exits our life, a lot of time it causes a lot of pain. So a lot of time when you feel that pain is because the wrong stuff exited your life, and you've got to let the wrong stuff go. You've got to be able to let go. Because I said in an earlier segment, one of the very valuable lessons that I have learned in relationship is that in order to be full, you've got to empty. And so if the wrong stuff is in the cup, it's causing you pain, it's causing you hurt, stop hanging on, stop holding on, stop just living in hope. Just learn to empty the cup, shake it out, wash it out, and say, here is my cup, Lord, I lift it up, fill it up with the right stuff. And I hope that these segments have been a blessing to you, Relationship Unplugged. We have got lots and lots of stuff to talk about. We have mid-age crisis to talk about. We have divorce and remarriage to talk about. We have lots of stuff to talk about. We want to tell you about ways that you can find your love, ways to keep the flame burning. There is a lot in Relationship Unplugged. Sometimes you're going to laugh, sometimes you are going to cry. I'm going to end this by telling a little story. And so this man was married to this woman, and she was the love of his life. And he cherished that relationship, and he cherished her. And she died. And he is crying after the funeral. And he goes by the ledge that is leading from his living room to his kitchen. And he puts his hand there and he's crying, "Oh, my wife, oh, my beautiful wife." And he feels some paper up there. And when he took the paper down from the ledge and looked at it, then he realized his wife was cheating. That was 2 of her love letters that she had stuck over that ledge from one of her cheating relationship. And when he read those letters and all the tears and cried, he said, "You should have been dead a long time ago."
Why? You just went left with that.
Listen to me. A lot of things are going to happen in your life. A lot of things are going to happen in your relationship. You're going to have to learn to recover sometimes. You're going to have to learn to deal with some situations. Sometimes you're going to have to cry. Sometimes you're going to have to pray. Sometimes you're going to have to seek for help. Call somebody to unwind. Sometimes we just need somebody to talk to. Somebody who can listen. I've been Bishop T.M. Slow. With me in studio today is Brittany, wonderful Brittany, and
Mike.
awesome Mike. I love the energy. Relationship Unplugged. Join us again. Until next time, stay safe. Remember, getting to your next level. Brand new book. Lots about my life story. All kinds of stuff is in this book. Look for the revised edition. It's out there on Amazon and other places. Like us, share us on YouTube, Facebook, wherever you are. Like, share, subscribe. We'd like to hear from you. God bless.